This is ZMTV, streaming now at zmonline.com.
Matt, I want to first ask you, have you been to New Zealand, and if not, why?
I've never been to New Zealand. I don't know why. It hasn't... I will go now after you saying that. I'm going to book the next flight. It's quite... What is the plane travel like?
It's from LA, it's 12 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No,
I thought it was 37 hours, someone told me. Now I'll go. Now I know.
You should come. I got to know, do you find that people now treat you differently in this role? Do you have people come up to you and go, can you tell me what happened to my brother? He died of this mysterious disease.
No, that would be great, though. Well, luckily, interesting. No one has. People do. They think I'm a lot smarter when they meet me, and that kind of works to my advantage. If you stay quiet, people are like, that guy's very smart.
Yeah.
But not much of a difference. My family still knows that I'm an idiot. Thank God.
Yeah. Have you learned anything, though? Is it one of those shows, it's like medical dramas, where you think you'd probably be able to do an appendix, thing afterwards?
Strangely enough, it's funny. For a while, the first season of the show, I convinced myself that I was becoming a profiler, and I would find myself, watching my friends and saying, oh, he's not eating all of that. He must, and then I would realize, I'm not really that smart. Seeing that someone has a half plate of food isn't really that much of a genius attribute. But in my head, I think
Is it based on, this is probably a really dumb question, but is it based on fact?
It is. No, yeah. I mean, 60%, I would say, and I'm making that up off the top of my head, is real stories that are told to us we have a wonderful FBI gentleman who works in the behavioral analysis unit. He actually wrote the current script that we're shooting, and I didn't realize this till he was on set, and he's telling me these different episodes and showing me in his wallet, the real kid that he saved that is in, I'm like, so he's like, yeah, that happened, that story happened the exact same way. I'm like, it's kind of astounding and frightening, and a relief to know that guys like this exist and do save lives.
There's a lot of guys working on the show, you're a bunch of guys together, and I spoke to Don Purcell at Prison Break, and it's a similar thing, there's a whole bunch of guys all together, and he said it's really fun to work with a whole bunch. Is it kind of like a camaraderie working with a whole bunch of guys? Entirely.
I mean, we do have, we've got a few babes. I'm trying to use this word.
Yeah.
Just the people are so nice, and I haven't been in, I fell into this position, and I haven't been on many sets. But from what I hear, we have the nicest cast and crew in the world, in the history of entertainment. Yeah.
What do you mean you fell into it? Was this something you were totally not planning this?
In no shape or form. No, I studied directing films in New York.
You look like a director.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And or no, thank you. They were kind of always. But long story short, I had a directing agent, and I had a small part in a film that a gentleman that I interned for cast me in, and then from that, I got Criminal Minds. It was very weird. It wasn't. I always felt kind of guilty about that. Sort of.
Yeah, but
trick my way onto TV.
That's kind of cool, though, isn't it? I mean, some people plot their lives. You don't strike me as somebody who goes, okay, this is my 5-year plan.
No, I don't know what I'm doing in 5 minutes. I don't even know where the hell I am right now.
Because you've done the directing.
Yeah.
Have they said to you, hey, would you like to direct one? Have you had that opportunity yet?
Of the show?
Yeah.
To be honest, it would be an honor, but it's not the sort of directing that interests me. It's a very it's not. I'd rather do a movie for $1,000 with a budget of $1,000 than a TV show
I got a
with
script
$3 million. Thank you.
When you were offered this, was it a hard decision, or did you think, hey,
no, it's funny. Again, I was like, when I cast me, and my agent's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. And he's like, oh, don't worry, there's 1,000 crime shows. It'll be canceled in a month, but it'll be good experience. You'll learn about directing. You'll get to act with Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. And then the show got picked up, and they're like, oh, don't worry, it'll be canceled in 3 episodes. You're up against Lost in America. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then now it's the 7th season as of today. And I'm just
yeah.
2.
Yeah. This is not meant as a personal question, but I got to know, what does somebody like you do to chill out? Because I mean, you've got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I take baths. I take 3-hour baths.
Do you keep topping up the hot water?
Oh, I'm the worst. Okay. I'm responsible for the water deficit in Nevada.
Yeah.
I edit movies. I tell ghost stories.
Do you?
Yeah.
What kind of ghost stories?
Scariest ghost stories you've ever heard in your life.
Who do you tell them to?
Nobody. To myself. No, I'm joking. I find like 5-year-olds, and I just because it's October, I've been having my friends come over, and I live in a haunted apartment in Hollywood, in like the worst part of Hollywood, the most derelict. It's an old hotel from the 1920s that's been converted into an apartment.
Yeah.
It's definitely haunted, and we go on ghost hunting excursions with lanterns, and our faces are like stuck like this. You know, it's scary.
I'm so pleased to hear that, because you are not at all disappointing. You are just as much fun in real life.
Oh, well,
as
thank
you're on
you.
TV.
Thank you.
Thank you so much today.
Thank you so much.
It's cool.